astrology adds quite a few more filters. So looking a bit more deeply, we can use astrology to understand more of the detail of how we personally will understand and work with the present strong Saturn transit. A particular feature of Vedic astrology is a declaration of how well you are supported for a planet's transit through each sign, house, of your Vedic birth chart. There's a strength score, and in some of your houses and signs, you'll have a very good protection of self-standing for dealing with Saturn. In others, you might have none at all. And it's well worth knowing what the Ashtaka Varga declaration for your transits for each planet is. Get a reading from me. Okay, but as I said, you need to bring in Western psychodynamic astrology. This is Western astrology using the tropical zodiac, and it's a declaration of our psychological self, the needed declaration of our egoic self. And so we note also what tropical sign, what Western sign Saturn occupies, what house, what aspects, and what aspect shapes Saturn is part of. In my readings, I use the most wonderful repertoire of chart aspect shapes. What sub-personalities for you those chart aspect shapes define. And also how well each chart aspect shape is connected into your chart. And some of us have chart aspects, shapes or planets which are actually cut off from the rest of the chart, and so will only be activated by progression or transit, and will be cut off from the rest of us, separate cut off sub-personalities at other times in our life, and might even be hidden and shadow sub-personalities. We need to very closely look at our chart aspect shape astrology, including for working out the nature of Saturn in our life from our birth chart and the Saturn transit now. So in his benevolent full form, which we'll only experience if we can develop our perceptions and understanding fully, and only if we can obey Saturn's requirements and lessons for us in this life, in his benevolent full form, we can actually experience peace, prosperity, possibly, good fortune and protection. Other indicators aside, good health, longevity and contact with the immortal. And another point is that, especially during Saturn retrograde time, Saturn reveals the true essence of time. A great teacher, Saturn restores peace and calm in our lives if we let him, if we cooperate, and quietness in our inner life. The whole point is Saturn ploughs remorselessly and steadily through our web of illusions. And so he restores integrity upon us and calls us to virtues of discipline, self-control, stability and mindfulness. Saturn can bring sorrow, but he seeks to compel us to move beyond sorrow and ignorance, pretense and denial, to perceive the true nature of our deep samskaras, the karmic leftovers of our past actions from many previous lifetimes. Saturn enables us to embody and identify the cosmic patterns which have shaped us through several lifetimes, so allowing us to potentially burn them as the cause of our unhappiness, despair and misfortune. Saturn enables us to see through idiotic scripts that may have been imposed on us by our childhood upbringing, our schooling, our religious upbringing, the society we live in. Saturn moves slowly. Saturn's power as a teacher is great. Saturn also compels us to face our shadow, the bits of us that got split off due to childhood and later wounds. The bits of us split off due to fears and guilts and secrets. These need to be raised to the light so that empowerment work can be done with them, so that sorrow can be expressed and request for forgiveness. Saturn forces us to deal with our shadow material. So you see, so often we can be obsessed with the shadow material of others in our life that in fact we are avoiding looking at and sorting out our own shadow. And so we can be what Jesus called a whited sepulchre. And I so often I see in spiritual groups, in various religions, whited sepulchres. We need to check out if we are being a whited sepulchre. We mustn't live in proud denial of our failings, our blocks, our shadows. You see, the point is, after we die, there is a life review, and that will be so hard if we have lived the life of a whited sepulchre. Saturn actually makes us see that which limits the light. Saturn makes us repeat every lesson until it is learned. Actually, Saturn holds the key that opens the door to higher or eternal life. Saturn can take us through death to reach life. So you can book an astrology reading with me on my Star Wheel Astrology buy page, or you can roll for one of my astrology courses in Western and Vedic astrology, including with crossover between the two, on my Master Vedic Astrology website, and see the website of my wife Maggie Pashley, who offers a very wide range of very different healing modalities worldwide, maggiepashley.com. And if you like this video, which I hope you do, subscribe to my channel. So, thank you for watching, and all blessings from Lord Shani, Lord of Karma, in your life at this time when Saturn is so strong, transiting the Vedic sign of Capricorn. Thank you.